When you want to get off that darkest ground,
Yes.
but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
We're back.
Oh, I'm front.
That's
I'm
between
shy.
you and your mirror.
Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome back. We are here and we're live for yet another week. And it's good to see everybody in the live chat tonight. And we have quite a big size panel with us tonight, which is always awesome. So we will, in a moment, get into our intros. I did just want to take a moment. I know it is still, for some of us, it is still Friday, the 11th of September. And I did want to just, pause for a brief moment of brevity or not brevity, what do you call it? Oh, crap. Words.
Levity.
Words
Moment of
elude me.
silence.
Thank you.
Levity.
Yes, thank you. Words elude me at this hour of the night. To just, remember all those that have lost their lives, what is it now? 19 years ago. It's crazy.
Wow.
Hey, they got something to play.
Uh-oh.
What? Let's have a moment of silence, please, Tornado.
Alrighty, so I do appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. And I did just have some of the pictures up that Sai shared last year on his show after 9/11. The same images from then of the tribute lights from the view from Jersey City.
Yep.
That was a good night. He and I had a lot of fun doing that. We got to watch stupid people and stuff, so that was always fun. People watching was always a favorite pastime. And so that was just a year ago today. And
Yeah.
I do appreciate that, so thank you, everybody. And with that, we'll get into our intros. Like I said, we do have a pretty decent-sized panel tonight. Let's start off with Mom NATO. Hello, Mom NATO.
Hi guys, welcome to movie night as always on Friday night. I hope everybody has fun and that everybody had a good and safe day today. I know the world's crazy out right now. It doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon. So just stay safe, stay sane.
Well, good to have you here again with us, Mom NATO. We also have with us tonight a special guest on our panel who is always welcome, but I know it's an odd hour for. We have the Lavender Lady with us.
Yay!
Hello.
Hooray!
I know it's been a while. It's
Yeah.
you're getting old when it's difficult to stay up throughout the entire show. I know I fell asleep more than once
Yeah.
during the show back in the old days and that sort of
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it's really good. It is really good to be back. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot I could say, and I really don't want to because I don't want to be a horrible person or anything like that. But I hold no problems with anyone here. Okay, let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
The only person I'm wishing would be here is Jeanette. And
Yep.
we were talking a little while ago. She was mentioning that maybe she would try to see if she couldn't make it next week.
Yep. Yeah, so next Friday we have the 1 year later Remembering Psy live stream. That will be at 5 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, I mean everybody is welcome. There's it's not just panel members. It's anybody that wants to be on and join us to remember Psy.
And there's a lot to remember there, let me tell you.
Yes,
It's,
absolutely.
I'm very honored.
Yep, absolutely. So I will post that link again in the side chat if anybody wants to set a reminder for that next week. And then anybody that does want to be involved, just go ahead and DM me. That way the day of I can send out the appropriate links to everybody to make sure that everybody gets a link.
We'll be there.
Awesome. Yeah. I figure, it'll go out in the panel chat, and then if anybody that's not in that chat, wants to be involved, just, send me a DM anywhere, Discord, Twitter, whatever it might be. And that way I can send you a link.
Now, I do have a small technical question.
Mm-hmm.
Am I causing any feedback? I don't have my headset on, so
It sounds good on my end.
Good.
we're good? Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
I think we're doing all right.
Because, yeah, if the headset is on for 8 or 9 hours, it starts hurting.
Yes, absolutely. My ears used to
ears
get
get
sweaty.
sweaty,
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So we are definitely glad to have you here with us, Diana, and I'm glad you were able to stay up for tonight. And
I don't know about you guys. I really don't. You must love pain or something.
well, we also have with us on the panel tonight, RJ. Hi, RJ.
Hello. Yes, on this anniversary of when stupid was dangerous and nasty, it's nice to just dump on stupid that's just stupid
Yes.
and trivial. And in a certain book that Jackson and I wrote, I should call attention to the fact of who we dedicated it to.
Indeed, yes. That was
Bring on the
dedicated
pug.
Dedicated to Psy, and that was awesome.
Aw.
That's that tiny little.
Volume 2 is going to be dedicated to Bill Ludlow.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, that's a very, very good thing.
Yes, absolutely. And that was that tiny little book that you wrote, right?
Yeah, it's a little itty bitty
Yeah,
thing
that's that little
that you
teeny
can
tiny
use
one.
to like bang over the people's
Yes,
creation.
that's a perfect list. All of RJ's books are just, they're really light reads. Like practically
Yes.
in an afternoon you get through.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
science
you get your money's
the power
worth.
of science compels you. The
Yeah.
power of
Not
science
like
compels
not
you.
like shelling out $25 for a thing that's only 110 pages long.
Exactly.
Well, I hate to say
Get
it,
your
but I'm
money's
still
worth.
working on Evolution Slam Dunk. I mean, one of these days I'll finish that.
Oh yes, I mean I'll show and tell that too. There, that's here we go.
All right, I
That
suggest for the next
was,
maybe like 500 movie nights, we just have RJ read one book.
I'm up for this.
Maybe we can get through it in 500 episodes. What do you think?
Yeah, there we go. That's job security.
There you go. I remember being told by a certain Psy that my copy was from the entire crew, and I thank you guys sincerely.
Yeah.
That was my birthday present last year.
Awesome. So we also have with us tonight, Shadow. Hello, Shadow.
Hello. Hi, guys. Thank you,
Hi.
Chuck, for joining. I love seeing you, Diana. I'm not going to lie. I've missed you so much.
As a guest.
You have to join us tomorrow night for Game of Fools.
Are we already shilling that?
Yes, yes, we are.
Okay, I am.
No, we
You
don't
guys
have to
do a
show it
great
later.
job over there on that
Fair.
show, and it definitely deserves shilling.
What are you
Yes.
doing Sundays and Tuesdays that it's been a while since you've seen me?
That's true.
Tuesdays I work full time again. I'm no longer on furlough.
Oh.
And Sundays I'm usually doing homework because I'm still studying to be a teacher.
Oh my, quite honorable.
How many more years?
Minimum of 3.
Well, you're getting there.
Getting there. This semester is the hardest because I'm taking child development, neurological psychology and abnormal psychology and math. So
Abnormal psychology.
Oh, you're going to study my life story.
sorry, Diana, want to repeat that? I could.
Yeah, abnormal psychology. They're using me as a test case, aren't they?
I don't know. I just know I know a lot about that area because I fall into that category. Just
Makes
not
one to
fun
know one. Ha, ha, ha.
thinking about all the big words I have to remember. It sucks. But yes, we do Game of Fools every Saturday at 10:45 Eastern, 7:45 Pacific. Tomorrow we're doing Jackbox 4. It should be fun watching Tornado respond to a game called Monster Seeking Monster. So
Interesting. Well, it definitely sounds like it'll
What
be
is
fun.
That? Is that another secret Hitler?
no, it's not like Secret Hitler.
Now, watching
However-
Tornado is always interesting. You never know what's going to turn up. Yeah.
Have another Guestopia or whatever it is.
Well, I'm
that one.
hoping I can stay awake for that, but with Sean's work schedule the way it is lately, he has to be up every morning at like 4 or 4:30. So generally, when I'm not doing movie night, I'm in bed by like 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Now, one thing I do want to know, with the watching Tornado and all that other stuff, will there be any cobra punching involved? Or
Sometimes.
Sometimes it
usually
just
some
kind of
kind of
randomly
sport.
happens. I feel like it just kind of, it's a spur of the moment thing.
okay.
He's young, and that's why it only takes a moment.
Exactly.
Making the Klingon thing going, and also, if you ever want to know what happens to a sparrow that encounters a rake, definitely check out the channel.
Yes, well, make sure you check out Game of
Sparrow
Fools. That's
what?
Shadow and Wifed Out and and
Momnado, Tornado,
Chris Kelling. Yep, Momnado, Tornado, and
One Wing Sparrow.
Al.
Tomatoes.
Yes.
I don't know about encountering any rakes or anything, but I do know the time that a sparrow encountered a lawnmower and
Oh no.
the was shredded.
Aw.
This isn't quite as graphic.
No,
No, not
Thankfully,
quite
no.
that bad.
Shadow was walking around one.
Arrow
One-winged
was
sparrow
walking.
was walking around in the middle of the night, and they had been
Stepped
telling
on the
him
rake.
for weeks to put the rake away. And he stepped on the rake in just the
Whacked
right
him in
way,
the
and
head.
it whacked himself in the face with it.
Oh jeez.
Oh my!
That's lovely.
I thought that
And
was all-
what
Like
the
Looney
topper on that?
Tunes.
The topper on that is he proudly announced it on the stream. So
And not to mention, I had a card. I had a write-in card. Is what happens when a sparrow is raped by a rake.
Oh jeez. Well, we're glad to have you here with us again, Shadow. And we also have with us tonight Purple. Hello, Purple rhymes with orange.
Hello.
Hi,
Up in the
honey,
back
how
door
you
again.
doing?
All right. Yeah, I heard your startup music just starting to play as I had to run and retrieve my cat.
Aha. Where did you retrieve the cat from?
Oh, he was upstairs visiting with the girls, so
Aha.
he didn't want to come back down when I came home. So
Aw.
Sloth Girl had called me and said that he had finally decided he wanted to come home.
Aw. Well, we're
So-
glad to have you with us tonight. How are things in your neck of the woods?
Doing okay. My computer's not doing well, but other than that, I'm okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Kind of on its way out or just temperamental?
It died Wednesday, and I kind of got it going, but it's really erratic. Something's got to be loose in there because if I cough in that general direction, it will shut itself off without warning.
Oops.
Aha.
haunted in that general direction.
So,
pretty
much
like
no
when I'm
fun.
doing the streaming and that, I'm just using my laptop because I can't tell how long that will ever give me.
Right. Gotcha. Well, we're glad to have you here with us. I tried to
is
catch
it
your
too-
stream the other night, and I fell asleep. That seems to be happening a lot lately, so I do apologize. I haven't caught too many of your streams. They're generally either past my bedtime or while I'm at work.
Yeah. Well, I had actually scheduled my streams for people on other continents. Although
Yes.
lately they have not been coming in. Because the midnight one was originally set up for the Australians when Nacho was hanging out more.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I
then the
remember
Wednesday
talking-
one was because the people in the UK complained that the midnight one was a bad time for them.
Oh geez, it's very hard to find a time that works for everybody. You know, it's just try to make it work the best you can, and
Yeah.
you know, it is what
Well,
it is.
Couple of those flat time zones, they just give you a shitload of problems.
Yes. We also have with us on the panel tonight, Tornado. Hey, Tornado, how's it going?
Well, I'm doing pretty well. I've been working on an Apollo-style mission, just so everyone knows, and it is actually going quite swimmingly.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yay.
You mean you're gonna actually launch yourself?
In a steam rocket.
Of course not, guys.
Yes.
No, of course he's not going to launch himself. That'd be totally irresponsible. He's launching
Yes.
Mom NATO.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh,
no,
I
we
thought you were
protect
going
the
to
Mom NATO.
attach rockets to a Greek
Oh,
god.
hell no. I'm terrified of heights. Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, the idea of Turbo launching himself reminded me of a cartoon
Oh,
they
jeez.
made of Gilligan's Island that they made at Gilligan's Planet, that he had launched the whole crew into space.
Oh, God.
You gotta love
Cliche
Troy Schwartz,
jokes
man.
in space.
There's always a bunch of those.
I still like Marianne the best.
I
Well,
agree.
There you go.
Agreed.
How the hell
although
did that
Miss-
thing survive?
Although Mrs. Howell, she had her moments.
Yeah. Well, we also have with us on the panel tonight the lovely Jenny Morgan. How are you tonight?
Hey, kids, I'm fine. What's happening?
Good to see you again.
Well, I'm actually kind of awake here and
Yeah.
all prepared. I ate some funny pills earlier. And the things in my vision have gone away now, so I think
Okay.
I'll be able to do okay now.
Awesome.
Oh, pills. Thank you for reminding
Did you
me.
remember were they orange flavored Tic Tacs?
Yeah.
No, but there was 15 of them.
Oh, just a few.
It's quite a dose at one time.
Don't take the purple tab.
No, they were all different. It's not all one and the same.
Yeah, if Bart Simpson is printed on it, just be careful.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
still a lot of pills to be taking at once.
And,
Yeah.
and I would just like to take this moment on 9/11 to say good job, Linda Gronlund. I know you were up there fighting your ass off. She was on Flight 93.
Gotcha. Well, I do appreciate you being here again with us, Jenny. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thanks. It's always nice being had.
We also have with us tonight Chris Kelling. Hello, Chris.
Good evening, and I'm well represented today. I have my museum cap on, and also buy our merch.
Yeah. Punching the Cobra.
Oh, do you have merch out now?
We have the Punching the Cobra stuff up at the moment. That's yeah, that's that one that he's got on there. It's the fist and the cobra for punching the cobra.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Sounds
Yes,
good.
it's I
You
think
guys are
Chris
never gonna let me
and
live
Chris
that
and
down.
Shadow have
Nope.
Chris has the sweatshirt. Shadow I think has the T-shirt.
Yes,
Tornado,
I
you
do.
want a hint? One of the reasons they'll never let you get over it is because you always respond to it.
Yes.
Hint, hint.
Yep, that'll do
We
it.
love you, Tornado. That's why we tease you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they wouldn't tease you if they didn't care.
Don't worry, Tornado. Mom NATO's gonna have a shirt by the end of this that's Mom NATO was never seen from again.
Never heard from again.
Yeah.
Fair.
NATO was never seen or heard from again.
Exactly.
And Sparrow, if you're, I know you're in the audience there. Why don't you drop the link for the Game of Fools channel?
Yeah,
Actually,
absolutely.
he's not currently in the chat, but
What?
I will handle
Oh.
that.
Yes, please
What
do.
about Wiped Out?
Wifed out, I think, is resting. She's
Oh.
having a very tiresome week
Mm.
and trying to read.
Hey, I wanted to just ask the boomers in the chat and the panel. You guys all heard that Emma Peel died?
Yes.
Yes.
Diana Rigg.
No, I didn't. Oh,
Yeah.
I always had a crush on her, except for the later
Oh, yeah.
years when she was doing
Who should
Doctor
not?
Who. But
Emma, who?
Emma Peel.
The Avengers
Peel.
TV series from the 1960s. She
Oh.
played
The
Emma
Avengers.
Peel
The
opposite
real
John Steed.
Avengers.
Your
Yes.
basic drop-dead gorgeous, witty, clever
Blonde.
chemist, scientist, businesswoman in a black leather jumpsuit, karate
Yep.
chopping.
and the perfect partner for Patrick. Oh, what was
Yeah.
his?
John
Wasn't Pat-
Steed.
no,
I
wasn't
know
Patrick?
who
Patrick
she is,
McNee.
Oh, was his?
If you
Yeah.
if you have not seen any of the old Avengers TV series, there's something seriously wrong with you. Remedy that.
Yes, Miss
Yes.
Diana Rigg.
Yep.
I should
And
say
she had a book out called
Dame.
No Stone Left
No
Unturned.
Turn Unstoned. Yeah, collection of
Yes,
bad
and it was
reviews of
hilarious.
actors.
Dame Diana Rigg.
Yes.
And she was on Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yes,
she
and
was.
is the only Bond girl that married James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, she was killed
It
on
was
a
on
honeymoon.
That's
her-
true.
that
Short
was in
lived,
her-
but
Yeah.
That was on Her
on Her
Majesty's
Majesty's Secret Service. Yeah, which is
Right.
a very good Bond movie if you forget that George Lazenby is in it.
Yeah.
She was my first celebrity crush, and the first celebrity I wanted to actually become.
Huh, that's
She
interesting.
was a
Thanks, Jen.
marvelous actress.
That's a wonderful
who could
picture.
do comedy, drama, Shakespeare. She came from the Royal Shakespeare Society set. Absolutely incomparable. So if you don't want to familiarize with yourself with Diana Rigg, your life will be lessened by it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There.
Well, thank you for coming again, Chris. We always appreciate having you here.
love
And
coming
last
here.
but not least, I believe, is Hillel.
Last
Hello,
but not least,
hello.
Why didn't you call me lovely?
Yes, the lovely,
Lovely.
Hillel.
I am just the.
How about a nice
I'm-
herbal tea?
I'm a,
And talented.
aw, guys, stop. I keep
Didn't
it
you have a
coming.
top hat
Yeah,
at one
another
point?
train
I feel like
coming
you had a
through.
top hat at one point.
I
The
still do have a top hat.
intelligent
Ah,
Hillel.
see, I knew I didn't make that up.
You might actually. Yeah, that does seem about my speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm-
Completely,
Yeah.
He completely missed my comment.
I know. I thought it was lovely.
What did I say?
Oh, you called me wonderful and intelligent and handsome and beautiful and just
you
the
got
best
one out of
thing
that right.
since sliced
And a
bread.
little thick there.
Just
And
You forget, I've only seen you one time.
Well, you've got a pretty decent singing voice too.
oh, Diana, I love you.
He does.
I do want to know though, Hillel, do you have a bow tie?
I have so many bow ties.
See, I just
no.
We'll try
it
not
just
to hold that
fit.
against you.
Oh,
I will
that's
admit
just
some.
so
I will admit
sad.
some of them are clip-on ties, just because they're hard to tie.
They complete the set.
So I'm me. I'm Hillel. I have
Hi, Hillel.
apparently I've been I'm now the person who has top hats and bow ties.
Yes.
Don't
He's
forget
the
the
class
singer.
master.
Oh yes, I'm just the classiest.
Do you have a cummerbund?
Man, if I knew what that was, I sure would be able to answer.
It's kind of like a sash you wear around your waist.
Goes on tuxedo.
Cumberbund.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
don't.
the
I do
Not
white
to be
not.
frill.
confused with cumberbatch
not
that you
yet
can
have-
also wear around your waist, but in a different way.
Or it's that guy who plays that doctor thing on.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
Avengers.
isn't that, I was like,
That's
isn't that,
Cumberbatch.
isn't that the guy who played Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
yes.
And guys, just a tip: always have with your cummerbund, have
Just a
the
tip.
fold facing up.
Down.
It's supposed to catch the
All right,
crumbs.
Yeah,
phrasing.
and that's especially so if you have Benedict Cumberbatch wearing a cummerbund to protect him from falling cucumber bits.
Oh dear, RJ.
I don't know how you fit that in there.
What
We
about
always ask that of
Bandersnatch's
RJ.
Cucumber.
Oh, RJ, you're so
Oh
cute.
my.
All right. Well,
Oh,
shall we
easy,
bring up
easy,
our
easy.
wheel?
Oh wait, you mean Benadryl cummerbund?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, we're gonna. Everybody in the live chat, do anagrams on Cumberbatch and Cumberbuns.
I want to see clams in there at some point.
Yeah, right.
Hang on. 'Cause
Guys, I
that's
think-
if Benedict Cumberbatch
Who?
manages 10,000 unencumbered volume points, does that qualify Benedict Cumberbatch for an unencumbered cucumber cumberbun?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
dear.
I think Diana's had enough.
That was a long way to go for that joke,
That
Tornado.
was.
I
Can I
admire
have a
that he did.
Benedict Cumbercon?
What?
Tom Club?
All right. Well, shall we bring up our wheel, anybody?
Yeah, we delayed long enough.
All right. So we have our wheel up there. And we
And
have
we got
a-
Cy looking over us. That is.
Yes,
Ooh.
absolutely. It is very fitting. We have
Oh,
a
that's a lot of stuff.
Wow.
yeah, we have 7 things on the wheel tonight. So we have a
7,
very
they are
full
7.
wheel, and nothing is heavily weighted on any of them. They're all evenly weighted.
Allegedly.
Fair wheel.
Allegedly.
We have well, I wouldn't say fair. It's not fair to us, but but we keep coming back every week.
Well, it's
So
due to my soda intake, so that's good.
yes,
Well, yeah, every spin you lose, you know.
yes,
Oh my God,
exactly.
you got chakra up there too. Ooh.
Yes, so we have
Oh,
on our
no,
wheel
shot-
Oh,
tonight.
you did get one of my videos up
I
there.
did,
Cool.
yes. We have flights, we have lasers, we have butterflies, we have chakras, we have DIY, we have wallpaper, and we have a Karen.
I'm kind of terrified of what DIY might be.
You should be terrified of all of them, Hillel.
Yeah.
I am, just not equally of all of them.
Ow.
So our DIY video is DIY block phone radiation EMF with aluminum foil case.
Oh,
Of
yes.
course.
Yes.
I've seen this one.
Give your phone the ability to never be able to receive calls again.
Exactly. Yep. That sounds about right. Then we
I
have.
can debunk this one in literally less than 10 seconds.
Speak of the devil, I just
The
dropped my
light
phone.
passes because of the screen, so you're not blocking all radiation. Therefore, it's basically worthless as a shield.
I mean, even if it,
Hey,
no, where's
don't
Brian?
ruin
even
it
if it
for
did,
everyone.
even if
Tornado.
it did, even if it did work, you're now making your phone useless.
Yeah. Well, we
Well,
also
my
have.
phone
We
was
also
already-
have on the wheel. We have our Karen video. Is a woman named Karen who says, "Protect yourself from protect yourself from harmful EMFs."
Oh, I like the first version.
EMM or EMF?
It was equally as intelligible.
Protect
We had
yourself from Klingon words.
yeah, we have the seven chakras explained by Hans Wilhelm.
There's
Ooh.
another
We
one
just-
that
we
I-
just
I like
had
the
that
seven
one.
dwarfs.
Isn't that the guy who does the scream?
I don't
We
think
just
so.
we just did that.
No, we didn't.
Hi-ho.
We,
Yeah, we
we did
did.
a chakra. We didn't do Wilhelm.
When did we do a chakra one?
Like it's
been a
like it's
while.
going to be any new information.
I don't know. Probably 6, 8 weeks
Wasn't
ago.
there a,
something
wasn't
like
there a
that.
been a
lady that
while.
massaged
new
her
stupid.
chakras on camera?
Well, we also
Yeah,
have
that-
gravity
That pair
and
with the
we have gravity and the butterfly on our flat Earth by CC.
Ooh.
We
oh
have
no,
Sounds like a
the
cute
CC
kids
the guy
program.
in Westchester.
Chester
New
County.
York?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh man, I want to see that one.
Isn't that an email thing?
We have flat Earth, lasers, lunatics, and liars by D Marble.
No, by the river.
This self-description?
Yeah.
Please no.
We also have flat Earth flight route map with 3rd grade maths by Phuket Word.
Oh,
No, fuck way!
This is for the technical set. They're up to 3rd grade.
Yes, absolutely.
Excuse me, just so everyone knows, this is my Phuket word impression. Hello, flat earth researchers, debaters, and debunkers. I'm Fuckwit, and I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sounds
That's not
about right. And then last but
I
not
would
least, we have a person that goes by the Electro-Smog Doctor on YouTube.
What?
He claims to be a physicist, but he has a video that we're going to have on the wheel here called "How to Protect Yourself from 5G." So yeah,
Don't we get to find out about the electro-smog?
no. Why would we do that? So those are our choices. They're so
Yeah, they're
awesome.
a juicy pile.
Yeah.
well, how to protect yourself from 5G?
Well, it's a
You just don't
thinning
get into
pile.
a rocket sled, right?
Well, I really like that we're getting back towards flat Earth. We haven't done flat Earth in a long time.
We did Flat
Yes.
Earth last week.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
last week.
That was
Flat
J.
Earth has
That was
kind of been dying
JM.
out.
He's kind of just a.
Alright, I guess we just do it then. Wheel of
Yes.
misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Some things never change.
Is it ever gonna
All
stop?
right. It is the DIY.
Woo!
All
Wow.
righty.
To that sometime.
Congratulations.
Do it to yourself before anybody else can.
Oh dear. All
Congratulations.
right.
Turn your phone into a paperweight.
Hey, I tell you, I do it to myself because no one else will do it to me. Okay?
Exactly. There we go.
Is there a
About half of the work I got was
Hey.
because somebody tried to DIY and couldn't handle it halfway through.
Yep.
Hey, are you talking about vibrators and stuff?
I've got a question for Size Striking. Is there a possibility that we could actually make it through 2 videos, considering that this video is
How long
Shut
is
him
this
up.
one?
Bite your tongue, young man.
We'll have to see how it goes for sure.
What'd you say, Lavender?
I
I've
said,
recently
Mom
learned
NATO had
that-
better put you into a box for 6 new films. For
Bring
Christ's
out the shrimp wrap and the duct tape.
Mom NATO would
The
better
shrimp
put me
rat?
into a box.
Just stuff them in the
Wow.
pressure cooker.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
I do have medical tape. That's nice and safe.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
All right.
I've got a drawer with just about every type of tape you can name, so we got it covered.
I'm not gonna ask why.
That's because you're really, really kinky, okay?
Yes.
Yes,
All
but I
right.
don't have anybody to play with.
Not gonna lie,
Don't look at me.
I'm already confused by the giant X on genitalia over here.
You should be confused. That's this. Yeah.
Exxon
All right.
Genitalia, is that their new tanker?
Well,
You
shall
are.
we?
How dare you.
Shall we see what our lovely friend here on this video has to say?
Oh,
Sure.
I suppose we
The
should.
If
G-spot.
you
Yes.
insist.
How you turn
This is
your
a total
phone-
mystery. I have
It
no
is,
idea what
isn't
this
it?
will be about.
No, not at all.
I've recently learned that the EMF or the radiation created by your cell phone is quite dangerous to us. From a story I heard from a very close friend, and I found.
Yes, tornado.
Tornado, please.
No, this is just flat out fucking wrong. The
Okay.
radiation.
Next.
Oi,
There
oi.
we go. Oh, we're all done.
Science alert! Okay, so the radiation that most of your phones emit is high radio, low microwave band. And it's generally transmitted at frequencies that are not going to hurt you because of the fact that A, they are very much attenuated and they don't match the wavelength needed to heat up your food, or you for that matter, and B, most importantly B, they're not ionizing radiation. In other words, it's not able to strip the electrons off the atoms of your molecules.
Brevity.
In
Yes.
short, if this radiation he's claiming is as dangerous, if it is as dangerous as he says it is, then we should all be melting because of visible light.
I'm melting.
Oh no, she's made of brown sugar.
Oh, jeez. Well, we had Hillel with the hand up.
I mean, it just quickly. I mean, it's basically, it just Tornado said. It's like if it's non-ionizing, it's all it's going to do is provide mild heating, but no more than like if you just went outside into the sun. And so it's not going to do anything to you that's
No,
more
it's
dangerous
not
than.
even infrared. It's not even
Wait.
that.
Oh, it's just all the worst it can do to you is just it can't do anything worse than just going outside.
Who
Yeah.
would risk going outside in the sunlight?
Who does that, right?
Well, certainly not you, Baron Dracula.
Not me.
All
I
right.
burn.
Well, let's continue
Unless
on.
my skin peels off if I do that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, let's continue on and see what
Yeah,
else he
let's
has
find
to
out
say.
where the science is.
Exactly, RJ.
Yeah.
found a really easy way that you can block around 90% or if not more of the radiation your cell phone creates. That's like the cell phone
want you to
signal, the
block
Wi-Fi signal,
200%.
the 4G, the Bluetooth, and obviously the best thing you can do is keep your phone on airplane mode as often as possible, like whenever you're not expecting a message from anybody. But
really doesn't
since in
understand
our
how
day-to-day
this works.
lives, we sometimes expect a message from a
Block
loved one or
100%,
somebody
pull
we
the
want
battery
to
out.
talk to. We most often keep our phone in our pocket, and that just radiates the hell out of us, and it's really bad.
Tornado, I swear to God.
Yes, Tornado.
Asked and answered.
Okay,
Alrighty.
next.
Excellent.
Chris Kelling, you had your
Keep
hand
that up.
Real quick, the fact that when you use Bluetooth, you're putting more of a concentration of those radio waves in your ear next to your brain. So yeah,
You're
don't give me
assuming
anything
that the
about
guy who
these
made the
stupid-
video has a brain.
Yes, that's a big.
Well, he has at
assumption.
least a brain stem because he can move his limbs. I mean,
Yeah, some of them have kind of like random frog-like spasms.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, even
Well-
a Worthworm has a brain. You know?
We also had Mom NATO with the hand up.
Okay, if this, if a phone was releasing that much EMF radiation, from and it was radiating right where he's pointing because it's in our pockets, people would not be having kids. Their genitalia would be deformed.
Well, that's what causes
South
it.
Park.
I'd like to dovetail onto that because you're right on what I was going to say.
Yeah.
With any luck, he'll keep it in his pocket, and then this guy won't breathe.
Exactly. But there
Yeah.
would be,
Hopefully, they did it before they bred.
right, but this would cause all sorts of genetic mutations and sterilization of both males and females if it was releasing EMF radiation that was harmful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hell, the background radiation that you receive from literally everything around you is more than the radiation you get from your cell phone. Is that right?
Shh, you're not supposed to tell them that.
That's right.
Well, we also had Diana with the hand up.
Hey, I was just, it may have been covered already, but I was just wondering, he was pointing to those little red semicircles there and talking about being in a pocket. Is he sure that that's in the guy's pocket, or is that in his shorts? And is he getting off on it?
Well, if you notice the
Sit on
the
vibrate?
center
Yeah.
center mass of that, there's that huge schlong sticking out that he wishes he had.
Yeah.
Ah!
Much.
Oh dear.
Although it is kind of blue.
Let me
Yeah.
drop the
So,
hat here.
He must have a serious case of blue balls.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, we also
No,
had
that-
Shadow with the hand up.
Honey.
Yeah. Going off of everything he's saying, he wants to block. So what you're saying is your best bet is to simply not have a cell phone?
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty
It's-
much.
That's literally everything that a cell phone does. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to block it from doing that. Okay, so just don't have a cell phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the whole keep it on airplane mode when you're not expecting a message. I mean, you know,
That's just battery saving. Good.
the original point of the
advice,
cell
yeah.
phone was for, you know, like emergencies and stuff, and usually you don't plan for emergencies, you know.
Now
It's kinda-
people don't
kinda
have
how those
landlines
work.
anymore.
I'm kind of dumb here, but what does airplane mode do and not do?
It shuts off all the radios.
Yeah, it shuts
Oh.
off the ability to receive any signals. That's why
And transmit anything.
and
Yeah.
transmit anything.
Mhm.
However, you can have your Wi-Fi turned on and it'll work if you're in
You can turn on
airplane mode.
individual.
Yeah.
You can turn on individual radios, but as a group, they are shut down, and then you
Oh.
go back and turn them on.
Yes.
Except for Bluetooth. It doesn't shut down Bluetooth at all.
Right.
Mine does.
It
I
could be
was so
different.
confused. I wondered why airplane mode didn't make it fly any better when I threw it.
No, it makes the airplane that you're in fly better.
Oh,
Yeah.
purple.
More importantly, there's something to be said about 4G and 5G and whatnot. That's actually not the term for the frequency they use. Actually, G is basically shorthand for
Generation.
saying it's the 4th generation or the 5th generation.
Yes.
Well, I gotta agree with Ozzy Osbourne. How many G's are there? You know?
And last but not least, we had RJ with the hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to put in this musical interlude here. Catch a falling photon, put it in your pocket, and your balls will catch on fire.
Jeez, RJ.
Boy, I'm glad I mentioned pockets and
jeez.
balls.
Whiskey
get-
through your nose is not good.
We can always count on RJ.
Ooh, that could hurt.
Yeah.
RJ,
It does.
For everyone who missed it, could you sing that again?
Oh.
RJ has the MVP for tonight, man.
Do you really want me to sing that again?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
Sure, that was cool.
Catch a falling photon, put it in your pocket, and your balls will catch on fire.
Perfect. Bravo.
Encore, encore.
Better than Perry Como. What can I say?
Actually, that was that was an
God,
old Perry
Perry
Como joke
Como.
because he had catch a falling star and put it in your pocket and your pants will catch on fire.
In the side chat, Heat Shield makes an excellent point. That putting your phone on airplane mode does not shut off the antennas that are transmitting the signals.
Right.
No, but it shuts off the transmitters. So the antennas are immaterial at that point.
Oh, look, it's a kittiness.
Interesting. Well, shall we continue on? First we
Yes,
had a
please.
first we had
Now
a
that the musical
we have a
interlude is done.
we have a super chat. We had a $2 super chat from Cajun Crustacean, who says phone in pocket equals weenie roast or clam bake. Yeah.
Oh, we are back, baby. We are back.
That was awesome. Cajun Crustacean, thank
Good
you.
job, Cajun.
Oh,
Oh dear. All right. Well, let us continue on.
Because it's right next to our genitals, which is really important reproductive organs. Very obvious. But what you can do is using just a silicone case, like a really cheap,
drink.
like couple.
Yes,
Did
Jenny.
he just say? Did he just say? Could you play that portion
Yes.
over again? I really need to hear this.
Yes.
Turn it up just a hair.
Turn it up.
Just
Yeah.
a hair.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was very loud. Sorry.
Well, he's very deep, and so
Yeah.
it's kind of muddy.
All right. Let's try this again.
Our pocket, and that just radiates the hell out of us, and it's really bad because it's right next to our genitals, which is really important reproductive organs. Very obvious. But what you can do is using
Pause. Isn't he kind of like inferring there that he's got more than one set of those?
Yes.
Okay, I was just checking. Thanks.
Yeah.
He's a
I mean,
snake.
it sounds that way, but you know.
Then his whole video's already done because he's already got several sets of genitals, so he's already mutated. It has nothing to do with his phone or EMF.
No, I know what he is. He's an
amphibious?
He's intersexed?
No, he's an echidna.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Well, you know what we need is we need Dick Dawson and AB Science in here, just multiple headed dildos.
Oh
So.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
oh Lord.
that's where
Oh,
Tornado
yes.
was going with that. The echidna has a four-headed penis.
Yeah. That was on the
Wait a
movie
minute,
night
wait a minute.
takeover of Game of Fools.
It has a penis on its forehead?
Yes.
Oh.
Otherwise known as a dickhead.
Okay.
That's Mr. Dickhead. Let's keep it polite.
Yes.
Moving
Like a
on.
little anglerfish.
Oh dear. All right. Shall we continue on?
No.
Yes, Wani.
Er,
We're having too much fun.
just a silicone case, like a really cheap, like couple dollar silicone Chinese case, some really cheap aluminum foil, which everyone has in their house, and some scissors. You can make this like mirror that's gonna perfectly reflect over 90% of any EMF that your cell phone creates. So, well,
Was that a drink I heard? Yeah, there were several drinks there. Let's start. I think I heard Tornado first, so we'll start with Tornado.
It's going to perfectly reflect over 90%. Bear in mind, he just made an oxymoron. If it is reflecting over 90%, but not 100%, then it is not a perfect reflector. Your argument is bad, and you should feel bad. Also, what you're doing is you're making a Faraday cage, which
No,
is
he's
useful, for electromagnetic pulses, but is completely useless when you want to use your fucking phone.
Hey, settle down.
Yep.
Kill it.
Are we at F1?
I think so.
Things just never change. Hey, Tornado.
No, not at all. Well, we also had Mom NATO with the hand up.
Okay, he's talking about aluminum foil, which, as far as I know, aluminum foil, when attached to an antenna or something, it increases the signal strength. Which would that not, if it's reflecting, blocking EMF, would that not in turn increase the amount of EMF radiation that is
Did you
being
get that
processed?
idea from when they used to put like tinfoil on their
Yes.
rabbit ears in the 50s?
Yep.
Well, I
Okay.
think what he's trying to do,
So, I mean,
unless
his whole
unless I'm-
idea is debunked right there.
Well, unless I'm totally missing the point, which is entirely possible, what I think he's trying to suggest is encasing that phone in aluminum foil,
Right.
all the way around, and then grounding it. This produces something known as a Faraday cage, which
Doesn't that break the glass on the phone?
I didn't watch the full video, but I have a strong suspicion that that's not what he's recommending. He's just
Oh.
recommending a half-ass solution that actually doesn't do much of anything, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Well, but if the important factor here is that if you build a Faraday cage and you don't ground it, it's not a Faraday cage.
Right.
There's a
Yes.
good point.
And trying to put something like that on a mobile phone seems to be a rather hard thing to accomplish.
Yeah, how are you going to ground something
Have a line
mobile?
dragging along the ground. I
Yeah,
guess.
you've got one of
Right.
those
Yeah, well, like
static
those
strips
53
hanging on your ass.
Yeah.
I can't speak from experience that cell phones do not work in a Faraday cage.
Right.
When I first moved to Michigan, I was living in a mobile home which was completely aluminum. And literally, unless I had the cell phone pressed against a window, it would not get any signal at all.
Well,
Oh, so your mobile home was pretty well grounded then.
Yep.
Yeah, it would
It
be.
gets
Yeah.
even worse. It actually gets even worse because if he encases his phone in tinfoil and decides, oh, I'm going to do this so I don't get radio waves and microwaves zapping my phone and radiating out from my phone, well, then guess what happens when you have all the little pointy bits of aluminum foil capturing all those microwaves? They bounce around and start arcing back and forth. So you're going to melt your freaking phone.
yeah. Pretty
That
much.
is if you shove it in the microwave, in which case you're dumb anyway.
Yep.
Because now you just turned a perfectly good $300 phone into either A, a brick, or B, a fire hazard.
Oh, I got news for you.
Probably
That's not a $300
No.
phone. That's closer to $700.
Yes.
Well, he knows all about microwaving electronics because the first time I bought an iDog, he
nuked it.
He nuked my iDog.
Oh dear.
Oh, my
Hey,
Why?
Mom got a better one because of the warranty.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a better one because of the warranty. Yes,
Did you do
but
that like on purpose, or did you just
He-
not know?
I was young and impressionable at the time.
Oh, okay. I'm
Saw
just
that
asking.
video
Just
saying
asking.
you
what
can
you're saying.
recharge the
Okay.
iPhone, huh?
I don't know, but you can hear it barking, so.
No. I believe it was actually more of, is it a good idea to microwave this?
Yeah, he was watching that show and decided to pop my iDog into the microwave.
Aha.
Oops.
Well, we also we'll head on over to Chris Kelling with that and see what he has to say with his hand up over there.
Couple things here. First of all, to make a Faraday cage, you're going to need a mesh, not a solid piece of metal. All the solid piece of metal is going to act as a capacitor, and it is going to change the characteristics of how that antenna works. That antenna is now no longer tuned to those frequencies, and therefore you have no idea what you're picking up, or trying to figure out why you what used to have 4G connection suddenly has no G
Half
connection.
G.
And I mean, you put someone mentioned it earlier, put the tinfoil on the rabbit ears. That changes the capacity of the antenna, therefore changes the wavelength that it receives, and helps the
Now, all of
receive
you
the,
kids
the
go
signal
out
better.
there and Google what Gramps told you about rabbit ears.
Yeah. And there was a
Mommy
scene
used to have a
in
pair of
news
rabbit
radio
ears.
one time where Jimmy James was trying to play around with his cell phone, trying to get a good signal, and he's going all over the studio and climbing up the stairs and holding on to the antenna. And finally, he gets a good reception. He says, "Okay, I got to go. Bye." And that was rather fun.
Well, we also had Shadow with the hand up.
Yes, I totally forgot what I was originally going to say, but I am going to point out most of these batteries have like a lithium battery, right? Like
Hot.
The new ones even
Very
have
hot.
more lithium in them now.
So if you're wrapping it in tinfoil and the phone heats up, are you not concerned about turning your pretty innocent, okay, maybe radiation phone into a bomb?
I had a laptop brought into our walk-in center 2 weeks ago because the motherboard was smoking. And when we plugged it in, it sparked and poofed and smoke came out and the battery started exploding and it was quite fun. I lied my teeth off the Dell and got the parts replaced, but I mean, hey, what can you do?
Wow.
Did you have to request a fresh change of underwear afterwards?
No, we're professionals. We've seen things worse.
Well, we also had Jenny Morgan with the hand up.
You know, the one thing that everybody is completely neglecting here is that this is not a proper use of tinfoil. Tinfoil should be cut up into strips about 1.5 inches long and about 3/4 of an inch wide, and then you put them inside your hubcap, and they destroy the readability of the police radar.
Oh, is that how that works?
That's like putting the colored chase lights around the license plate to fool the cameras.
Okay. For the record, I would like to know where anybody could find tinfoil. It has all been aluminum since the late 1960s.
We got plenty here.
Well, we say it's just
let me know. I'll send you a bunch.
Tinfoil, we all mean
Yeah,
tinfoil.
that's false advertising. It isn't made of tin.
Exactly. It's like a Kleenex or a tissue.
Yeah, they aren't made of cleans, are they?
No.
Probably is. You know, you're making me feel old because I remember tinfoil.
Diana, you are old.
Yeah, I know.
I still like Weird Al's aluminum foil.
Shall
That's
we be
all.
moving with the on?
No.
Yes, I believe we will. And Jenny, you still had
Yeah,
your hand
let's
up.
get
Did you have
to
anything else to
science.
add?
Oh, I can lower my hand and stuff.
Okay. I just didn't know if you had anything else to add.
And don't complain, Tornado. You're the one who called drink.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go.
When
Still say if we just
when you
run
have
one
like
counter to 100,
obviously
we
you
don't have to
should
play the
block
videos.
Wi-Fi and Bluetooth when you're not using it, but when you're expecting like somebody to send you a message on WhatsApp or something or Facebook, and you have to leave it on, what you can do is make sure you have this aluminum foil right here. There's 4 layers of aluminum between this silicone case and the phone.
Oh my God, he really
and
does
right
have
when
that
I
on
put it in
there.
my pocket, I always make sure that the aluminum is right between my body and the phone, and it makes a really good cover that pretty much blocks signals, just like it does in this graph right here. It
Battery
blocks it
heats
right
up,
here, and
He's
it
destroying
basically
the
reflects it
effectiveness.
Eye
off.
starts catching fire.
Reflects it off
He's
into
destroying the effectiveness
the
of
roll,
his
and
antenna.
actually amplifies the signal that's going away from the body, and blocks most of the signal that's going towards your body.
Frank.
You know
I'm
what,
going to
guys?
demonstrate.
It reflects. It doesn't
He's driving
amplify,
down the
you dick.
I-5 while he's trying to get the phone out of his pocket.
Well, we had Mom NATO with the drink call on that one.
Okay. He just.
I'll be right back.
Okay. He's talking about blocking the signal. So if you've noticed, if you look in his phone, he has currently no signal bars, no battery symbol, no any symbol that it's actually working. All he's pushing is the on and off buttons for whatever he's doing. He's not actually showing that he can use the phone.
Well, the ultimate way to
So-
make sure that you're not being hit with those harmful radiations is to just, like you said, just completely remove the battery.
Yeah, exactly. Don't have
Just
a phone.
don't have a phone, yeah.
If
Oh,
you're so
dear.
worried about it, and you're making it so that the phone can't be used anyway. You clearly do not need a fucking cell phone. So just take the battery out, throw it away, hand the phone to somebody else, and say, "I don't need this."
Yeah, Darren Marsh has probably the
Bless
best
you.
idea I've seen. Is he could just turn off his phone until he needs it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
mean,
then, of
it's gonna
course-
do the same thing as putting it in airplane mode until you need it. You know, you might as well just
Yeah.
turn it off.
Or you
So
could
you
just
better,
make like me and
yeah,
have
you
a
better
Wi-Fi
not be
router.
receiving any calls. Any important calls.
Yeah. Alrighty, shall we continue on?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't know.
I thought the whole point of voicemail was that I could keep my phone turned off 16 hours a day.
Yeah, pretty much. And if people call and don't leave a voicemail, I'm usually not going to call back anyway. So
Yeah. If it wasn't worth their time to leave a message, it's not worth my time to get back to them.
Yeah, if they can't figure out they should call 15 or 16 times, well, just screw them.
Oh, jeez. All right, here we go.
Great how easy it is to make it. I'm not gonna tell him a quick story about my friend who was living pretty much in Ecuador, I think it was, for over a month pretty much, and they had no signals over there, which means they got used to not having any radiation on their body, and everything was pretty much land-based. There was no Wi-Fi signals, no cell phone signals. It was like really a non-urban area.
That's easy for
And
you to say.
what ended up happening is as soon as after months of being away from all radiation that we are normally used to in any major town or city, when literally he plugged in a modem to check something on his phone really quickly, and in a matter of a few seconds of plugging in the Wi-Fi modem, his head started hurting really badly. And if this wasn't a person I trusted,
Oh,
my
dear.
head's hurting really hard now.
Sorry, RJ, no science yet.
Tornado.
Citation needed. Also, as RJ said earlier, if his head started hurting when he plugged in the router in order to check status updates, why wasn't his head basically bursting into flame while he was outside in the sun? Because that does hit you with ionizing radiation. So, either this guy is right and radiation is all bad no matter what source it comes from, or B, there are certain types of radiation that affect your body worse than other types of radiation, and this guy can't tell the difference between the two because he's an idiot.
Everybody knows there was no sunburn before cell phones.
Right.
Oh, dear. Well,
If
let's
this guy,
go.
if this guy is just sensitive to little weak ass signals from a cell phone, I like to see him stand next to a TIG welder when they fire it up and it'll
Look
fry him
directly
on
at
the
the spark.
spot.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
No,
give
no,
a paid
the-
vacation to CERN.
TIG welders just
Put them right in the collider while it's active.
Yeah.
spill
They get
RF
to have
all
those little
over the
I mean,
electrons.
what is the
really
Hadron
fast now.
Collider versus a piece of tinfoil?
Exactly. Oh, dear. Well, we had Hillel with the hand up.
I mean, basically, of course, because Tornado has to say everything. He basically said it, but yeah, basically, obviously, also, even if the story was true, first of all, correlation isn't causation, and second of all, this is not something that is repeatable. It's not like if you put your plane on airplane mode, such that there's no signal, and you suddenly turn it on, then you get a sudden headache or anything like that. That's just not a thing that happens. So, I mean, I don't feel like this needs to be addressed much further than that.
Yeah. And we also had Mom NATO with the hand up.
Okay. Could it be? He said they
No.
were in a rural area, and
Yes,
he
just no.
got
No, he
back
didn't.
to civilization.
Non-urban area.
A non-urban area, and then he got to where he could plug his phone in to check it because he had a signal at that point. Could not the headache be caused from, oh gee, pollution and every other fucking thing that he hasn't had to deal with in that area where he was for a month.
I mean, it could have been from a million other things.
Exactly. And plugging in your router has nothing to do with the signals from your cell phone.
Yeah, pretty much. Chris, you had your hand up?
This guy just
God.
creates a world of hurt. I mean, again, that's aluminum foil is just going to increase the frequency wavelength, and as you get closer to the 2 meters, your body absorbs more radiation. The FCC guidelines is that 20 minutes at 50 watts. At milliwatts, there isn't a real limit. But still, I love how people radio is so magic. We are so dependent on radio waves and how they work. And very few know how they work. And the FCC is starting to wipe out all knowledge of commercial broadcast. And so now you have people who, go off half-cocked, start tearing down towers because they have 5G labeled on them. They're not even 5G, It's like...
Yeah, it's always interesting, to say the least.
That wasn't what I had my hand up for, but that's all I could remember. Sorry.
That's fine. We also had Shadow with the hand up.
Yes, I remembered what I was going to say last time, and it still applies. So, I'm sure people have seen the film Signs and the tinfoil hat nonsense, and I feel like this dude would think that he would be safe if he wore a tinfoil hat.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
Because they put him in the loony bin.
Like, I kind of want to see if he's wearing one now, because he might be. He might be so concerned about answering his phone, he's wearing a tinfoil hat.
Instead of aluminum foil, we could be singing, they're coming to take me away, haha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, haha.
Haha.
To the funny farm where life is gay all the time.
Yeah.
They're coming to take me away.
All right, and
I
last
miss
but not
Dr. Tomato.
least, we have RJ.
Yeah, I just want to get this straight because remember, I'm a science lover and I always want to call the science precisely. So my idea is then that none of the radio waves exist until I turn the radio on, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. There, that makes it make so much more sense.
Of course it does. Alrighty, well, let's...
actually, what happens when you turn it on is that the antenna becomes like a photonic magnet, and AB Science can explain those to you.
I love that. I love that. A photonic magnet.
It attracts
the Z magnet
the signal
from the old,
to the antenna. So you're not in any danger because you're not attracting it. And so once you turn it on, then it
causes
attracts it, and you get fried.
fibrillation of the inherent macroscopic modulations, right?
Yes,
Indeed.
there we go.
There we go. Yeah, okay. I got it down now, man.
Oh, jeez. Alrighty, well, let's continue on.
That told me this story himself, I wouldn't believe it. And as soon as his head started hurting, and then as soon as he unplugged it, pretty much it stopped instantly. So it was very obvious it was coming from this Wi-Fi router, like the portable hotspot. And
yeah, well, I think we'll continue on a little bit longer, see what other points he has to make.
From that point on, he realized how obviously it affects his body. But the issue is that most of us are pretty much swimming in these signals, and we don't notice the difference. If you were to spend a few weeks or a few months somewhere very, very remote location where it has no signals, no cell phone towers, no reception, only then would you be able to see what it's like to
drink.
I think Mom NATO had the drink call first.
Okay, so we're all swimming in these radiation pools. How come I'm not mutated if I'm swimming in radiation?
Hey, have you looked in the mirror
It's
lately?
selective
Yeah.
mutation.
Yeah, I have. I'm more
Okay.
intelligent than
But where did Tornado come from?
his dad.
There's
I'm her
question.
crotch goblin.
Oh
I don't know if I
God.
want to. Tell the truth, I don't know if I ever wanted powers more like Kitty Pryde.
Can we ask you, Tornado, to please never refer to yourself as that again?
Game of Fools just got a new Cards Against Humanity card.
Oh my God, the crotch goblin.
That's right up there with punching the cobra.
Tell you the truth, I don't know if I'd rather have powers like Kitty Pryde where I could phase in and out, or powers like Nightcrawler and Bamf all over the place.
Oh dear.
Tell a Tornado, if you're the crotch goblin, are you green or pink?
Don't answer that.
No, not unless you want it for attribution to be added
Is he
to
one-eyed?
the Cobra collection.
Oh
I
dear.
breathe daily, just like a cobra. My job is to kill Tornado by getting her to snort.
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, Jenny, did you have something to add?
Oh yeah. It's time to bring a little sensible logic into this. This guy's his basic claim seems to be that 5G, because it's a radio signal and it's coming into your head, and because of your iPhone not having enough aluminum foil on it, that it's going to affect your health.
Yeah.
That you're going to get sick because of these radio signals. How could he then explain the fact that in all the decades and decades and decades now that we've been having more and more and more radio signals and RF bouncing around on our bods and our brains and stuff, the life expectancy continues to go up?
Mutation?
Now, if you're expecting him to do rational analysis here, I mean, this is the wrong
Shadow,
program.
it's probably not.
Well,
the
I
same
just wanted you to know that I'm not that drunk yet.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Well noted.
oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
if
Shadow,
at any
it's
point
probably not
the
safe
video
to
makes sense to
choke
you,
on your
you are
food.
way too drunk.
Mom, NATO.
I said you probably shouldn't be eating. You're gonna choke on your food with the way Tornado's going.
Yes,
I
Mom.
mean, but I'm drinking, and if I drink on an empty stomach, nobody wants to see that hot disaster.
Okay. Well, just yeah. Mind when you're taking a bite when Tornado's talking.
I'm being very careful.
We're getting to the DIY part, aren't we?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
okay,
The dying
cool.
yourself.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well,
Here,
let us,
I thought it was diddling yourself.
Well, just don't go choking on a
You
cobra.
diddle on your
Yeah.
own time.
Exactly.
I mean, I do have pork loin, so it's more
Anyway, I think we're
That's an
moving
old
on.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Live in a place without radiation and then feel what it's like to have it when you go back to the city. So you have to leave this very polluted EMF area that's in most urban cities to be able to experience what it's like to actually feel it, because we're so used to it. If it was anybody else who told me this, I wouldn't have believed him. But since it's a very trusted friend, I pretty much started following his footsteps, and most of the time, like, he's actually hard to reach because he has his cell phone in airplane mode, which stops all Wi-Fi, stops all 4G, it stops also all. It's a thing I like doing for marking aluminum foil. It's really to just mark it with your fingernails. It's very, very light. It does not corrode, so I think it's a perfect thing for making a few layers of protection between you and the cell phone. A really important thing.
Whoa.
Yes, Jenny.
If it's aluminum, it corrodes. Idiot. Continue.
Alrighty, thank you, Jenny.
Oxidizes.
Well,
To make sure
I'm
is
using his
that
words.
you do not put the cell phone up to your head. Like, if the foil is reflecting all the signal in this direction, you do not want to put this next to your head, because it's gonna be twice as bad as putting a normal cell phone to your head. So you want to really make sure you use like wired headphones and not wireless headphones, because those are just as bad as putting your cell phone against your head.
Oh my God!
And I'm gonna make it. I always make it a
Deadly
tiny bit
Bluetooth.
wider, so it wraps slightly around the edges, and offers additional. There you go. Speaking of notifications, offers just a tiny bit of additional protection on the sides because I don't want to cover the button, but I want to get as far around the corner as possible.
Oh dear.
I use an OtterBox. I'm sorry.
And I'm just gonna cut this right
That
here.
thing has dropped from 7 feet and not cracked
We'll
yet.
cut it a bit wider, and you can always make it shorter if necessary. Now I'm gonna check it. That's pretty much perfect. And I'll wrap the edges and cut out the middle part, and that's about
wanna
it.
see
Then I
how he
just
attaches
put it
it.
right here in the case.
Yeah.
And
I
put the
must say,
cell phone back
his
in,
crayon
and
level
that's
graphics
it. It's really
in
easy.
the sheet of paper
I'm gonna go
are
ahead
very
and
impressive
finish
for
this.
an
You guys
8-year-old.
got the gist of it.
Well,
Thank you
his
so much for
attention to
watching.
detail is pretty good. It's just wrong.
Alrighty. Well, that
Then
was
we're done with
interesting.
Oh my, that was so illuminating.
It was, wasn't it?
Really?
That was rather abrupt halt too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like,
That was
okay.
like
we
if
We
you
go.
didn't
didn't
have your
well,
seatbelt on, you'd be flying out the
maybe
front
maybe
windshield.
something dangerous happened between him and the scissors that he decided to edit out.
It's possible.
He's running with
Stabbed
scissors.
himself in the head
Poke your eye out with
and
it.
became more intelligent and realized how stupid he
I
was.
don't think that's likely.
Yeah, probably
Flowers
not.
for Algernon?
Yeah, there you go.
One can hope.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me see.
Oh, you know what happened to Algernon at the end of the story, right?
That's true.
Well, we can do our Karen video. She's only 4 minutes.
Ooh.
Oh, yay.
Ooh,
Let's do
I'm
yay.
that.
having too
Yeah,
much fun.
we need to deal with Karen.
Let's bring
I
up
think.
some more stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's gonna be much. Go ahead.
It's only 9:48. Several of us are only marginally pickled.
Yeah, I mean, if this is anything like the old days, 4 minutes should take us until Thursday.
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly. All right.
Hey everyone.
Let me get this set
I'm
up
I'm,
here.
I'm still expecting some science.
Oh, sorry, RJ.
RJ, I'm
Disappointed,
afraid you're
RJ.
doomed to disappointment.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hate to
God.
disappoint you.
That's scary already.
Oh, yeah, she does look like a Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Uh,
going to say she looked halfway decent, but then those eyes just. They
What
don't
the
even
hell
follow
is that,
you
is
anywhere
that
around
pink
the
bottle
screen.
doing
They
in
just,
that otherwise monotonous monochrome white Christmas?
Just
Well,
looking at her makes
Christmas.
my butthole itch.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want a shirt that says "Release the Karen" with this photo on it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't tell if
geez.
she's trying to wear pinky orange or orange pink.
pinky orange.
Maybe she's trying to wear
Well, wait a
green.
minute, wait a minute.
She got the Pepto-Bismol vomit collection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
There you go.
I say
Maybe
her
that's what-
visibility is very high.
Well, maybe that's what that pink bottle is her bottle of
Her back
You
spot.
see it?
Yes, it's like
Calamine
Why does
lotion.
she have fish bowls on her lights on the ceiling?
She left her cell phone
Design
next to
choice?
the Pepto-Bismol and it got irradiated, so now
Obviously,
it's
That's
Shadow,
what it
obviously
is.
it's for the fish. Duh.
It helps keep the
Duh.
bulbs from getting dusty.
Does she not believe in gravity? Are we going on the ridiculous thing again?
No.
no, she lives in Australia, so
Although
she's
also,
actually
isn't just-
hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, this room's
Well, there's Australian flat earthers that totally deny everything that I don't understand.
Is it just
Well,
me, or does this room look like it'd be a nightmare to clean?
Okay, what is the general theme
Well, we
of this
have
extraordinary
let's
work?
let's go over to Diana first with the hand up.
Yeah, I see Sean Carroll mentioning this is Flowers for Algernon. I remember that story. The sad part is that the technique failed. They had to start from square one again. I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, that when the technique failed, they could not do it again.
On the same
does anybody
subject.
remember Flowers
Right.
for Algernon? It's been years since I read
Yeah,
it.
it was made in a movie with Cliff Robertson, and I've forgotten what the damn title is.
It's one of my
Charlie.
favorite stories from sixth
Charlie, I
grade. I,
think it
I just remember that. So
All right. Well, shall we see what our lovely Karen here has to say?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
please.
No.
And her name is actually
She has
Karen.
all
I'm
her
not,
teeth,
I'm not
which is
just
more than I
I'm
can
not just
say,
calling
so-
her Karen. Her name is Karen. So all right.
Hot.
Let's
you know, my cousin's name is Karen too, but she is not a Karen. So
all right, let's give it a go.
Carolyn Dixon, checking in with all of you today about a really important topic to me. It's a topic that I've been exploring these last few months. It's about EMFs. Are you guys at all familiar with these electromagnetic frequencies? Particularly the radio frequency aspect of EMFs are quite hazardous. And although they bring us this great access to technology and an amazing way to connect with each other, even right now, I'm grateful for my cell phone, but there are some things.
I saw Hillel had the hand up before a drink was called.
Yeah, it's preemptive. I mean, I may just be. I'll let Chris. He said it though, so he can definitely go first.
Okay. Well, yes, Chris.
Because he looks like he's in pain.
Radio has been around since the mid-teens. It was commercially viable in 1912 when the Titanic went down. There weren't any particular procedure or methods. So if we're dealing with radio waves from back then to 2019, I don't, the math is hurting my head right now. I don't even want to do it. You'd think that we'd see more cases of radio causing radiation poisoning.
Chris, are you trying to make sense of this?
Yes, my head hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, your head hurts. You got to turn off that phone.
it's your modem.
The router.
Yeah.
I think we should give this fine young woman a little bit of a break here. She's on a journey of self-discovery here. She's never heard of EMFs or anything to do with energy or atomic particles or nothing before in her life.
Let's just say the rest of her
talking to managers.
Yeah. the rest of her videos on her channel have to do with things like spiritual healing. So...
Oh God.
Oh, we got to revisit her. We got to revisit her.
Hillel.
I mean, strictly speaking, like in terms of like the energy density, radio is it's the lowest. Mm-hmm. It's the furthest from ionizing radiation you can get. So I mean, it barely interacts with like stuff like water, like radio telescopes, for example. Like with a normal telescope, obviously, you need it to be not cloudy because the clouds are in the way, obviously. But with a radio telescope, it doesn't matter because the wavelength is so large that it can just get right through all the water molecules. So like radio is like the least possible harmful stuff in terms of the entire electromagnetic spectrum, especially to something like humans, which are the only concern really is about either ionizing radiation or like heating of some variety. And like radio will do the least of all of those things.
Alrighty. Well, shall we continue on?
It got real quiet after that. Do I need to make a dick joke?
No, you just stunned us with the amount of science that you provided us.
Okay, quick, say something sciencey.
Sciencey.
Speaker.
I'm starting to get hives.
RJ, make the what's it called? Make the wub noise. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a limited skill set.
But a valuable one.
Yes. I'm glad that you have that. All right.
Yeah, who else do you know that can make a magnetic sound?
Oh dear.
Well,
all right.
The transformers down on the power vault at work, it's like you can tell when there isn't a whole lot of load on it because the magnetic resonance just buzzes so freaking loud. Those are 440 transformers made for 50 to 100 amps. It's just they just sit there and go.
Transformers. Why talk about Optimus Prime?
Alrighty, here we go, guys.
No, excuse me.
We need to know about that and potentially to take action on so that we can protect ourselves and we can give our bodies and our minds the best possible atmosphere for rejuvenating and revitalizing so that we don't have to be continually bombarded by a frequency that...
Yes, Mom NATO.
Okay. What does she expect that we are going to be able to do if this stuff is putting out electromagnetic frequencies that are harming our bodies?
Nothing.
What exactly does she expect that the average person can do to stop it?
Well, there's tinfoil hats and
I
there's
mean, I think
tinfoil bras.
I think she's gonna
and
tell us.
tinfoil in your
Tin-
hubcaps.
Thank you. I don't want a tinfoil bra.
Tinfoil
I
cod
thank
pieces.
you.
No, thank you. I can just imagine wearing one of those things and lightning coming down or electrical line going down.
But that's part of the fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that would be considered fun, RJ. But if you want to
Well,
try it, by
you
all
don't go to the
means.
parties I do.
I was gonna say, if
Okay,
you want to
yes,
try
yeah.
it, by all means, please go ahead. Let me know how it turns out.
Really?
So I got 5G on my phone here,
Uh-huh.
and I've been receiving this radiation all night.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
feel any of.
Is that a Twilight Sparkle image?
Yes.
What was that?
Twilight Sparkle.
Yes. She's my favorite.
Okay.
Cool.
It's
Well,
all
we
about
had
Rainbow Dash.
Purple with the hand up.
Yeah, I was mixing another drink while Chris was talking about, how long radios have been around in that. And yeah, it's something these people don't realize is that the old CRT TVs put out more than 100 times the radiation you're going to get from a cell phone.
That explains all of us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or going up to 30,000 feet in altitude in an aircraft is going to give you a whole bunch of radiation
yeah.
from space.
Well, if you want to get pesky about those cosmic rays.
Actually, I gotta say, with those old CRTVs, I'm not sure what it's about it, but I can never stand being near those things. I always hear that loud,
That
kind of that
high pitched.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That high
but-
pitched, that high pitched buzzing. I can't stand it.
But at
I-
least
I-
you could
actually,
use your old TV set for
what
a
is that,
cosmological observatory.
Yes, yeah.
Is that? I was gonna say, what is that? Is that just cosmic microwave backgrounds?
Yeah, if any of a lot of the static on an old NTSC signal channel when you turned when the TV went off in the ancient days when they weren't 24/7 broadcasting, but the little sparkly stuff, the static on there, some of that is the hiss of the Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So
Oh,
I
Big
was
Bang- the
doing
Big Bang-
I was
the Big
doing
Bang is giving me
radio
tinnitus.
astronomy like every week.
Big Bang is hurting my
I'm
ears.
thinking of heading out because I'm getting kind of tired and I was almost falling asleep on my bed. So...
Okay, say hi to the
Okay, good
Cobra
night.
for us.
Okay.
Good
Good
night,
night,
Tornado.
Tornado.
See you
At
tomorrow.
least I was on
Punch
for
it,
most
punch
of
it,
movie
punch it.
night.
Yes, thank you for coming, Tornado.
So you're telling me that all the times that I had to go in the living room and shut off the TV after I heard the national anthem.
Yeah.
My dad wasn't just passed out; he was actually an astronomer.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. There was some
Yeah.
important stuff. If Hawking or other people had been there, if you had known what it was you were looking at prior to the 1960s, you could have scooped Penzias and company on their damn Nobel Prize.
Good night, sweetheart.
Have you ever saw that Our Limits show where they had the alien that was writing the transmission down to the
Good night,
television
baby.
transmitter,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they were
yeah.
told, don't transmit more than so much power, and the guy who was looking after the transmitter
That, in
decided,
fact, I
hell
think
with
was the
that."
very first Outer Limits episode, also with what's his name from Flowers for Algernon.
Mark Beiser in the live chat says, crotch goblin.
Yeah, night crotch.
Yeah.
goblin. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's got to be part of the product line.
He's the night crotch goblin.
Yeah, somebody already called for you to make a T-shirt of that.
After those cobras.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
He
I just feel
leaves himself so open for that.
I feel sorry for. I'm just looking at the for those of you who have your cameras on for the guys at the panel. You all just look so distraught.
Well, we had Diana with the hand up again.
Hi, kids. Yeah, something comes to my mind as I'm watching this No Mind over here. It appears that she's broadcasting, or she's making the video from her kitchen, and in her kitchen is probably a microwave oven, and
Yeah.
it's impressing me that these folks are very likely confusing their microwave ovens with the radio signals that are in free space all around them. Now, there's a very, very small but significant difference between the two. The background around you, radio frequency, is on the order of milliwatts. this is not the kilowatt 300 megahertz standing wave inside a microwave oven that's going to smoke whatever the ham is that you put in there or whatever the hell. There's a slight difference going on. And I don't know, where is it that these people get the idea that their microwave oven is the same thing that Guglielmo Marconi was fooling around with in 1918? I don't know, but that's pretty much.
There was a woman who was accused of attempted murder because she had tried to remove the shielding from the door of the microwave, hoping it would kill her husband because he had a pacemaker.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, fun.
Well, there's a couple different things going on with that one, but I don't think that would work.
I've been talking with my doctor because they want to put one of those in me, and the microwave thing is just a modern day fallacy. But a TIG welder, don't go anywhere near it. It's gonna kick your heart off.
Wait a minute,
real fast.
Microwave oven is a modern day phallus. What?
If you're using your microwave, I don't want to
certainly
know
use
about it.
1,000 watt or above.
Yeah.
By the way, she
dear.
has a very interesting O face, doesn't she?
Yes.
I still think she's still singing Blackwell's "Someone's Watching Me."
Yeah. And Purple, you had your hand up still?
Oh, sorry. No, forgot to take that down.
No worries. Just want to make sure we didn't miss you. All right. Let us continue on then.
Over time, could and has been proven to have some very detrimental effects on sleeping, on autoimmune diseases. And the more the Internet of Things develops, we're going to have more and more apps, more and more ways to connect with everything around us, our appliances and God knows what. So they're here to stay. But when we're using them, we don't have to expose ourselves to the harmful radiation that comes off of them. So we can turn off the phone at night if possible. Best to leave it outside of your bedroom where you're sleeping. If it needs to be in the room, please keep it at least a few feet away in airplane mode. If you can't, then...
Yes, Mom NATO?
Okay. Most people, logically speaking, have, like we were saying during the other video, a cell phone for emergency purposes, such as, like for me, in Florida, our power goes out constantly because of storms. I have to be able to call to find out what's going on or check on my mom. So if she's saying, turn off your phone at night, don't have it in the bedroom at night. Oh my God, what happens if you are caught in a tornado and you're pinned and your cell phone is the only way to get in contact with somebody and it's out of your reach? You're fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or a car accident, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the main reasons that, people started carrying cell phones originally was for emergency purposes. So, Purple.
Yeah, it's significant that a cell phone will always work on 911, whether or not you have paid for a line or anything like that.
Yeah. These people have no concept of how many thousands of products each year never get to the market. Not just because the government has safety standards, but because the companies are so worried about being sued in a liability case.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think she thinks of those things. But let's see what she does think.
I don't think she thinks.
Yeah, maybe the rest of this show will have this science.
Yeah, absolutely, RJ. I'm waiting for it.
I'm so hopeful.
All right, here we go.
The further away, the better. If during the day, of course, we're interacting with the phone, if at all possible when you're carrying it or it's close to your body, that it be kept in airplane mode or off. If that's not possible, please don't put it in your pocket. Don't place it in your bra. I'm sure you already know a lot of this stuff, but it's really important to know that you have options to buy Faraday bags to shield these devices when you're in motion and when they're close to your body. When you're speaking on the phone, you can always put it in speakerphone if you can keep it about a foot away. If that's not going to work, being out in a public place, I recommend getting a pair of these Air Tube headphones.
I heard a drink. That was Diana, I believe.
Fine. It's more a question than anything else. She talked about a Faraday bag. Do those things even work? I remember seeing wallets and phone cases and things like this that supposedly acted as Faraday cages and shielded from the what are those
RFID.
Thank you, the RFID tags. I mean, does that bullshit even work? Because in order for a Faraday cage to work, it's got to be grounded. And how are you going to ground the wallet that you're carrying?
With a braided strap, by the way.
If you put a big chunk of metal between origination and reception of a signal, it's going to decrease the effectiveness of the signal. I mean, you go into a metal building and try to turn on a radio and see what you get. It's pathetic. But take that same radio out the front door and it works great.
Interesting.
So they will have some effect, whether or not they claim what the manufacturers do, ultimate security and no thief is going to steal your numbers or something.
Right.
I don't know, but a piece of metal will affect the reception of a signal.
Well, we're still back to the problem of it doesn't stop the signal being transmitted to the phone. So if you're in a store surrounded by people who have cell phones, whether yours is receiving a signal or not is irrelevant to the number of signals passing through your body.
Yes, yeah, that too.
Interesting.
The most effective shielding method I've ever seen, I don't know if we went through Squirrel Hill or not, Purple, when you were out here, but there's a tunnel that goes through a rather significant hill here, and even FM radio is not receivable by the time you get to the middle of that tunnel. Now that's that's yards and yards of earth that's doing the shielding. You're going to carry that in your pocket.
Yeah, Lowry Tunnel in Minneapolis is the same way. Halfway through the tunnel, you'll lose the signal for your radio.
So I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really 100% familiar with the subject matter, but Heat Shield says needs to be grounded is incorrect for the Faraday cage.
Okay.
I don't know whether or not that's true or not. I don't know enough about it, but I mean, hey, I'd be willing to learn. I don't know if they have to be grounded or not.
You need a braided strap on that as well. So.
Okay, so David Nichols says car is a Faraday cage and it's on rubber wheels. Okay, okay. I've learned something.
Yeah. I mentioned something about that to somebody the other day, and I had asked, is it a myth or is it possible to get, struck by lightning in your vehicle? What I was told is that yes, it is possible, but I don't have enough knowledge to know for sure.
There was a video that was on the net a couple of years ago. It was appeared to be taken in like Thailand, Cambodia, something like that. A small car driving along the street, and it gets struck by a bolt of lightning right in the trunk, and the car just stops running and goes to a stop. So, yeah, you can get hit by lightning in a car and make a mess of things.
Well, when I was a teenager, our neighbor's car across the street got hit by lightning. And I saw the car the next day that there was a hole burned through the roof.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
hey,
David,
it's always good to learn something new.
And the weather guy always says, "Oh, it's going to lightning. You better stay inside." Well, Jesus Christ! They got all kinds of historical accountings of lightning going right through your damn window and getting you while you're sitting on the couch.
Or we had my mom's
from 20
friend,
miles away.
Yeah, my mom's friend. What was her name? Peggy Campbell. She was washing dishes while it was storming out, and she had a metal faucet. And the house got struck by lightning, and she got shocked from the current surging through the pipes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we were always told not to shower when it was, you know, a thunderstorm.
Yes, storming. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it seems that was based to some degree in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely a fact. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Well, that's actually more like formerly a fact, because these days most bathtubs are plumbed with plastic piping, so they're no longer connected to anything.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Interesting.
Of course, couldn't the water be conductive?
Yes.
Only
I don't
partially
know.
conductive.
Yeah, it's a real good conductor.
Well, I do want to mention that Smog Doctor there, or whatever the heck his name was, had a video on these air tube headphones, or whatever the hell she's going to go on about as well. So let's see what she's got to say about that.
Okay.
All right.
Lots on the market. This air tube feature here allows the sound to reach your ear when the device is plugged in, and not to receive as much of the radiation. When you're working on your laptop, there's these pads that you can purchase, and I use it in this foam pillow. And when I'm working on my computer, I place it on top like this, and it shields the heat. And my all-time favorite is this radiation blanket. And it's marketed primarily to pregnant women to cover their bellies. I use it in replacement of this laptop pillow. I'll use it when I'm watching a movie and I want to cover exposure here on my body.
She is just
it's about
like
a pound and a
overly
half, so it has some
paranoid.
nice weight to
Yeah.
it. I'll use it also.
So is that essentially like PPE, like a lead apron? Is that what that is?
Yes, that's what she's saying.
Huh.
This woman is seriously ill. This is
She
compulsive
is.
beyond belief.
Yeah, because I've never had a problem. I use a fan with my laptop when I had a working laptop to circulate the heat away from my legs. This is just over the top. Oh my God.
Imagine going through life being that afraid of everything.
I would go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, she has.
Hey, lady, those fire ants out in your front yard could come in and eat you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the cicada killer wasps could come into your house and scare you to death with their sheer size.
I don't know if this was. I don't think this was made in 2020. I can only imagine what she's doing this year.
Oh my God, she is probably committed herself.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, what is this person called?
What was her name? Hold on one second. I have it written down. This is Karen Lynn Dixon.
Karen Lynn Dixon. I want to look this person up and later on take a look at some of the stuff that.
Yeah,
she's
her
done.
her YouTube, channel name is Karen Lynn Dixon. It's LYNN.
There, I think I've found her.
She should have spiritual healing crap and stuff on there.
Yeah, this looks like her. Set your intentions to be very clear so the universe knows what you want. I use a ritual of candle magic to make my intentions very strong.
Oh God.
Candle magic.
Right out of the 70s.
Candle magic and crystals, and she's all about the woo.
Woo.
What if she subscribes to Goop?
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, like RJ, I'm waiting for the science.
Yeah.
So
Let's wait forever.
let's see what else she has to say here.
So when I'm on the phone, sometimes as a mitt when I'm holding my phone, not to have the radiation go into my hand. And
Oh my God.
I've also been using it when I'm traveling to cover Wi-Fi routers. So if I'm staying in a home or somewhere in a guest room where there's a Wi-Fi router right by my bed, I will absolutely cover the router with this, and it does not stop.
Okay, hold on. So if you ever invite her over as a guest in your home, be prepared to have no Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah. Why do I feel her travel itinerary is not vast?
Yeah. What? Like?
Well, I think she was gonna say it doesn't stop the signal, but it blocks it from harming you. Let's let her finish her thought.
Does she have a full thought?
Doubtful,
Well, it
but
was finished a long time ago.
let her finish her sentence. I want to see
okay.
how stupid it is.
Sentence. That's better.
The signal from reaching computers or anywhere, it just stops the harmful radiation. If you really think
as opposed
this is
to
a
the
topic
good
you'd like to go
radiation.
into deeper and join me down in that rabbit hole, I recommend the non-tinfoil guide to EMFs. Super guide. It's got different layers of how you can move through this process.
drink,
So I
just a
hope all this
small
information
thing.
is helpful to you.
It's like an ogre. Did somebody
It's
say
like, when you
drink?
did you say the non-tinfoil guide? Man, she better
Yes.
send that over to the person who we were just watching.
Oh,
to
I
learn a thing or two.
Maybe we can get them together.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
I know that seems like too much genius in one room.
Exactly. You're right.
Is there like a radiation risk of having her and the other guy in the same room with you?
Oh, possible.
They could. They
From what
could
they
reach
give
a
off?
They could reach a critical mass and make you permanently
Exactly,
dumb.
yeah.
It might
Yeah,
not be
exactly.
radiation, but it could be dangerous to their
I think it's
health
called
or
the
my health. I
Schwartzdom
don't know.
radius.
Well, it's more of those electromagnetic photons.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course.
Of
But actually,
course.
like Mom Nita was saying, say yeah, if you put a blanket over it, it stops all the harmful radiations, but all the good radiations can still get to your computer.
Yeah.
and phone
Yeah,
or
I'd
whatever.
like to know what the
Well,
good
but-
radiations are.
But there's another thing that the blanket's going to cause. It's going to cause the router to heat up, which is going to fry the fucking router. So you won't have to worry about harmful radiation. What you're going to have to worry about is a fire.
Bing, 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 bing.
Oh dear.
So burning down the home of the company you're staying with, or starting a fire in the hotel and having to pay for it.
Yeah, either way sounds
Well,
like a
to
bad
be fair,
idea.
we do not yet have any empirical evidence that the behavior that she is pursuing causes an actual increase in fire risk.
The sad part of it is if these people actually understood how to construct a proper Faraday cage of a wire mesh, it would have airflow and things wouldn't overheat.
That's true.
Plus, it'd look cute, and you could use it as like a bird cage.
Yeah, I mean, you could make a Faraday cage from hardware cloth, the same stuff you use in your screen doors, and that would be great.
No,
I wish OtterBox made iPhone cases in pink. I'm sorry,
They
is that
used to.
off the topic?
No, they used to. I used to have one for my phone.
Well,
and
she's wearing pink, so it fits in. There's a thematic
Yeah.
connection there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's continue with this. and get
Yeah,
it over
she's
with.
we're at the end
I
anyway.
suppose so.
We're at the end. I don't think she has any more anything else intelligent to add.
Well,
Pearls
The
of
science in the
wisdom.
last 30 seconds.
did she say anything intelligent to begin with?
No.
Oh, right.
Okay.
No.
Perhaps it inspires you to take some action. If you have any questions or comments about EMFs or how you are shielding yourself or protecting you and your loved ones with anything that might be beneficial to us, please share and don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much.
Ooh.
I will
Does
definitely.
her video have a comment section? Can you actually comment on her video?
Good question. I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah,
on
check
YouTube,
that out
yeah.
because there are some. I noticed there are some creationists, like the one that criticized me, conveniently shut off any comments.
Yeah, a lot of them like to do that. I've noticed.
The hit and run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they like to criticize, but they don't want criticism
they
back.
put their video in a Faraday cage, shielded from criticism.
Exactly.
Yes.
Let's see. Let me take a look here. I got her channel up. Ugh.
This woman is a perfect illustration of the conflict in idioms of education is a shortcut to experience, and haste makes waste.
Yeah.
And never
Yeah.
accept a wooden penguin.
She does
Yeah.
have comments
Sorry.
open.
Did you say the conflict of idiots?
Idioms. And haste makes waste.
I think either one applies.
Yeah, both of those.
Oh, so wait a minute. Was this the first video she did?
It looks like it. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, this is how she
Only gets
started her
worse from
YouTube
here.
career.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. And how is her YouTube career going?
In the side chat, One Wing Sparrow says,
389.
I almost want to make a bet. I almost want to bet someone $20 I can make a video to convince these people their routers have their own chakras.
Oh, I like that.
What
Yeah.
how many followers does she have?
389.
Wow, that's very not impressive.
Yes. I mean, even I have more than she has.
I have that. I mean, this is the measure of why you're down in a little teeny little puddle hole.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
I
club.
have 30% of that, and I've never made a single video.
Yeah, there we go.
I
Yes.
have 3 people following me, and I have never made a video.
Yeah.
That's not true, Mom NATO. You've been on all of mine.
I'm one of them.
Hey, honey.
Yeah.
Well, what you need to do now is you need to do a Shannon Q and start collecting subscripticators, and finally put out a video when you get 1,000 subs.
Well, I have to say my rate of subscribers declined sharply after I started live streaming regularly.
Yeah, that tends to happen. So yeah, that was the end of that lovely video.
Oh,
Yeah, do
boy.
it once.
Well, I
You
feel
realize
really,
that 2 times nothing on information is still nothing.
Well, I
Right.
feel
I feel
enlightened.
extra smart tonight. This
I
has
feel
just
enlightened.
been so
Yeah.
special.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
learned about how to do
Definitely
extremely
special.
bland kitchen decor too.
Yeah, with a
Yes.
pink water
Yes.
bottle, because got to change it up a little.
That wasn't a pink water bottle. It was a pink bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
With
I keep
calamine
feeling
lotion.
dismayed that having gone through the public schools 50 years ago, I got a better education than people are getting today.
Oh, I know.
That's a lot of Pepto Bismol.
Well, that's when I'm noticing that going through the public schools, well, even the Catholic school system for the years I was there, 50 years ago and more, that was a better education than you can get now. I don't know exactly what it is that has changed. Is it political opposition to the things that are being taught, or what's going on?
I don't know. All I know is, I mean, yeah, there were a lot of things that Tornado learned in some of his classes, especially his math classes, that I didn't learn because I didn't take extensive math classes. Math was not my forte. But the things they did in English and history, it's like half of it was like, okay, so where did the information on this war go, or the Korean War, or the Vietnamese War, the Vietnam War, and all these things that we had to learn about in school,
Right.
and
Yeah,
they don't learn about them anymore.
Unfortunately, so much of history is determined to not be PC that they don't want to talk about it.
Well, there's the interesting thing. And I mean, when I was in high school, the American history textbook we used was written by Hofstadter, the historian, Douglas Hofstadter's grandfather.
Right.
It was college level history. And well, we had a college professor as a history teacher when I was in high school. He had a job at the high school. He also had a job at Cleveland State University. So we got lucky there. But we were able to do that. Can they even do that now?
No, you can't teach high school and college university. You can teach elementary school and college, or high school and middle school, but you can't teach high school and college.
Wait, that seems a very strange place to draw a line. Why?
Yeah.
They don't. The most I've heard about why they don't allow it is that high school level is too close to college level for them to consider it acceptable.
Bullshit.
And
That
yeah,
makes even less sense. Since these two things are close together, you can't understand both of them?
No,
Well,
apparently-
damn it, I think we're going to have to write a letter to the Times.
what one of my teachers in my college courses now said was it's because college professors and high school teachers make a higher grade salary than, say, elementary or middle. And so they don't want to overpay the teachers, which is also how we ended up with the schooling system we currently have, where there are districts that are deciding that teaching the Vietnam War is considered inappropriate for high school because it's too violent.
What
Really?
the fuck?
I learned about
well,
the Vietnam
as
War.
opposed to the non-violent wars.
I'm calling break on
Like
that.
World War One that took out what 2 million soldiers?
Oh,
I-
easily, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Decimated
I'm
an
stuck
entire
on the earlier
generation.
point that we can't teach this because the teachers might expect decent pay.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I know.
rather sad. We're going to have to correct this, everyone.
Yeah.
Mind
my
you, this is only in America and California at that. In Finland, where my cousins live, college professors are actually offered positions as high school teachers as well, in the effort to allow for students to have a better education, and the teachers there as professors in universities are already paid like plastic surgeons are here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I would think that you would want
Societies get
college.
exactly what they value.
Yeah, I would think you would want college professors to be teaching high school because you would want to be encouraging the high school students to go on to college.
When I was in high school, I only had one teacher who was absolutely abysmal. She should not have been in the classroom.
Was her name
She,
Pepto?
no, I don't. Honestly, I don't even remember her name. But she was well into her 70s at the time, and just completely incompetent at that point. She was so far gone and unmotivated to be there. For our entire U.S. history class, all we would do is each person in turn, sitting at your desks, would read a paragraph, maybe two, and then you'd stop and the person behind you reads a paragraph or two, and then everybody that's all we did. That's all we did. There was never any testing, any quizzes, and we never even got to World War II.
Oh, good Lord.
I had a really good history teacher in high school and learned both World War I and World War II material. And Mr. Chatton, he was just crackerjack. Overall, most of my teachers were really inspiring and effective.
We had in my 11th grade U.S. history class, we had a brand new, fresh from college teacher. It was his first class. He'd never taught before as far as in a real classroom setting, aside from what he did in his college classes. And he was one of the best teachers I have ever had. He was bright. He was intelligent. He was innovative for the time. And he taught us so much, just loved to teach. And he was always such a cheerful person that it made it easy to sit in his classes and join in. I listened to some of Tornado's classes when he was in high school, and the teachers were monotonous and they droned and they sounded like this, and half the students fell asleep in class because the teachers just did not want to be there. And
I learned one of my great life lessons from Mr. Chatton. After 3 daiquiris, what heat?
See,
and I'm serious. This is one of the great life lessons.
See, I had a weird experience. I had 2 teachers throughout my entire college or high school English courses. And one teacher was amazing and inspired me to continue writing and be super dedicated to actual literature. The other teacher literally told me that Interview with the Vampire was inappropriate for high school and college students.
What?
Why? Meanwhile, the other teacher made us do an analysis of the lyrics of a song of our choosing and show the music video to kind of, pick it apart and explain the metaphors, symbolism, and all that.
Right.
I did Disturbed's Inside the Fire. And that whole song's about suicide. And when everybody got upset going, well, you can't do that, he went, no, this is something that we need to be teaching in high school because you all may face this at some point. This is a good thing to teach you right here and right now. This is an awesome opportunity to talk about it.
Right.
Well,
Whereas
Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Yep.
The other teacher, she hated me because I pointed out that Romeo and Juliet technically was meant originally as a comedy and not a tragedy.
Right.
Oh, bullshit.
It's true. I've done extensive studying into this, and originally it didn't turn tragic until that third act. Everything else in between is nothing but dick jokes.
Yes,
And-
right.
We love Mercutio.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Oh,
it's-
and that's true of a lot of Shakespeare's plays that have, in reverse, Merchant of Venice, which operates at one level and suddenly then gets really serious.
Yep. Also, in a lot of ways, Much Ado About Nothing, it was the original plot twist. That
Oh
was
yeah,
the great
I
thing
played
about
Don
it.
John the Bastard in Much Ado About Nothing in college.
Really? I played Ursula.
Oh, there we go.
am an
I look
ass.
damn good in tights too.
I played a tree.
I was stage managing, so. But
I played a snowman and had to do all the animal noises for every play for about 4 years.
Oh, so you did Snoopy for the Christmas play, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But when I pointed this out to my English teacher, and I was like, technically it's a comedy up until the third act, so it's not to be taken seriously. It's about the illogical and stupidity of
young
love and being a teenager and thinking the first guy that kisses you is the right person.
Yeah.
And my teacher literally tried to kick me out of class and failed me for the whole assignment because I didn't believe that true love existed.
You didn't say that. You simply said that it was a comedy, and I never believed that Romeo and Juliet was about true love. It was about a teenage girl seeing a cute guy that she wants to have sex with.
And also the forbidden fruits and how family rivalries and being absolutely atrocious to one another can cause your own downfall.
Right.
So I suppose my plan to do a musical comedy version of Titus Andronicus is not a good idea.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be.
I put your son into a pie. Haha.
We are all showing our geek level that everybody knows what I'm talking about.
I nearly failed chemistry in my junior year of high school because after class one day, I quietly went up to the instructor and told him he was wrong.
Oh boy.
Because he kept saying that there were no angles in nature, only straight lines and curves. So after everyone has left, I wasn't trying to embarrass him. I asked, what about crystalline structures?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, you're right. And for the next 2 semesters,
lines
he
of
gave me solid
beehives?
D's no matter what I did.
Jeez.
Could you prove that he was grading you because he didn't like what you had to say?
Well, yeah, because as a freshman, I had been recommended for honors biology by my 5th grade science teacher.
Oh, goodness.
I had an English teacher sandbag me that way. I don't know why, but he hated me and gave me bad grades all the time. Other than him, I got straight A's in English.
Yeah.
throughout
Also,
junior
the
high and
lab
high school.
partner I had, who the lab partner I had who I did all the experiments with, consistently got higher grades than I did.
Oh,
That's
sucks.
annoying. Yeah.
It's just proof that some teachers become teachers because they want to be. Like, I personally want to be a teacher because I want the next generation to be able to see and think and be independent and smart and know things. Whereas other teachers couldn't get published or couldn't become scientists, so they went into teaching because it was the only option with their degree, and they resented any student that showed any promise.
And with one of my kids, I could always tell which teachers were there for the right reason. Because unfortunately, the first thing I taught all my kids before they were old enough for school was it is vital to question all authority, which did not make me popular with most of them. But the teachers who said about her asking questions, I knew they were there for the right reason.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well,
Love's
with
got her
that,
hand up.
yeah, Diana, you still had your hand up. Did you have something to add?
Oh, I am so sorry. I forgot to put them.
That's
I
okay.
was blown away by all of our digressions here.
Yes. Well, I think with that, we've been live for about 2 hours, and I think we are going to call it a night for the evening. I do have to. I have my alarm. I have my alarm set for an hour and a half from now, so I.
So this is
Close
gonna
with a Shakespeare thing.
hours.
Farting is such
Yeah.
sweet sorrow.
I've got half a cup of booze left. We need another video.
Are
You
you
might-
sure sweet
I
sorrows
would just
or
like to-
stinky sorrows?
I'd just like to add that the Dick and Jane series are really about sibling rivalry.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
hey, Purple.
That's all.
Just drink the rest of what you have, and then watch this stream over. You'll forget that you watched it already.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
see, that's what I was saying, that if you just put the drink counter at 100, everyone will not realize in the morning that we didn't watch any videos.
Exactly.
I'm actually
Oh,
surprised
boy.
we got up to 16 tonight. Wow.
Yeah, we did.
No, I
That's
kind of
impressive.
miss those days when we would have the drink counter get up to like 73.
Yeah.
At 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, there were times I did not get to bed until noon,
Yeah.
and in this time zone we would start at midnight.
Yeah.
Because not only did we go for 5, 6, 7 hours, but once we were through with the show, we'd still be on the wire to each other for another 4 or 5 hours. And
I
Jeff and I
remember
had some of
those.
our best conversations during those times.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I do want to thank everybody for coming. Especially, I'm thankful for the large panel that we had tonight. You guys are awesome. You guys
Thanks
definitely.
for having me around, really.
Absolutely.
You are always a
I
delight.
may have to do more of this. I don't know. We're
Well,
gonna
you kind of have a standing invitation,
Yes.
Yeah, I'll make sure you get
Whenever
the
you
link
can.
through Discord every Friday.
Because here's the thing, I'm sitting here thinking that you guys are going to go to Wednesday, and like I'm not going to stay awake through all of it. But here, it's only 01:30.
Cy Strikeling keeps a tight ship.
Yes.
I try, but it's a ship full of cats, so
That's true. Hey, I heard of cats.
Hey,
Meow.
if you've got a ship full of cats, nothing's chewing through the ropes.
That's true.
That's true.
True.
Can't.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And there is wisdom, along with after 3 daiquiris, what heat?
Yeah, but there's hairballs everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the live chat, I did put in the link to the live stream for next Friday. That will be 5 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be significantly earlier, but I did want to make sure that as many people could make it onto the actual panel as possible. So again, if you want to set your reminders now for that, you can. And then please, if anybody, wants to be on the show, please don't hesitate to send me a DM. That way I can get you a link the day of. And I'll post it again throughout the week and everything so that we don't miss anybody. But
If you guys would, may I participate?
Oh, of course. Yeah. That's I think I had DM'd you about it just to kind of give you a heads up. I kind of wanted to get started early, letting people know about it just so that everybody could, either plan accordingly or at least know about it ahead of time. But yeah, absolutely. There's literally Go ahead. I was just saying there's literally nobody that's not invited. So by all means, we'd love to have you, Diana.
I hope I don't totally lose it, but we'll see.
I mean, there's no guaranteeing that I won't either. So I
Well,
still have
I
trouble.
will-
I
We'll
still have
just send
trouble.
someone over and have you shot if you get annoying.
I must say, if there was ever an occasion for losing it, that will be it.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I may be late because, like I said earlier, I have to go to my mom's oncologist appointment on the
Gotcha.
17th. So.
Yeah, there's people that said that they might be late, and that's fine. It doesn't, you don't have to be here on time or anything like that. People can join in whenever they're able, pop in, pop out, whatever it might be. Because I know it is an odd time, but I kind of wanted to make it a little bit earlier so that, you know, we could maybe have some more people, you know, from around the world on.
Okay, so you're saying Thursday at 5:30 Eastern?
Friday. Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m.
Well,
Eastern.
Friday just happens to be the 18th.
Yes.
No, the
Yep.
7th, isn't it? The
Yep.
18th or 17th?
It was the 18th.
Oh, okay. Then I shouldn't have any problems.
Yeah, because we were talking on the 17th about him coming back out here, but
Yeah. It was exactly a week after our trip to Jersey City. So that's about all I've got. And again, like I said, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and we will see y'all next week.
Okie dokie.
Say goodnight,
Except
panel.
any penguins.
Good night, panel.
Night panel.
Night panel.
Good night.
Bring on the pug.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
yes.
Whoa,
Hold on.
whoa, whoa.
Wait, there we go. I forgot to hit transition.
Shut
Whoa,
up,
whoa,
pug.
whoa.
Oh, cute German Shepherd.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. All right. Good night, panel.
Good
Good
night.
Good
night.
night.
Everybody stay safe.
Good night, all.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're not my real dad.
You're not my mom.